Welcome back to Whisky Wins with me, Stuart. We've not actually changed location, the background's just changed slightly because we're in the middle of decorating. So yeah, the shelves and the Isla whiskey map should be going back up soon. We just wanted to paint the hall in line with the dining room in line with the living room. Too much detail anyway, this is a whiskey review. So what we've got here is Local Barley 8-year-old from Springbank. I didn't chase a bottle of this. I've kind of stopped chasing the reds and the Local Barleys just because I've got too much whiskey at the moment, which is a good problem to have as always. But yeah, unless it's something that really piques my interest, then I will go and get it. But I've not been chasing these, so I managed to get a sample from Aberdeen Whisky Shop. I purchased, I believe it was the Thompson Bros kind of Tesco bottling. So I purchased that through them, and they gave me the sample in there. And straight away, you can tell it's Springbank. So there's no, they haven't just put in something random there. It's definitely Springbank. I was thinking, without spoiling the review too much, I was thinking that it kind of reminds me of the 10-year-old, but a little bit more amped up. But anyway, we'll get down to the nose, the palate, and the finish and see if it's a whiskey win or a whiskey bin. A bottle of this sets you back about £100, which is about in line for the rest of the Local Barleys. It is the youngest Local Barley. The next one's like the 9-year-old. But yeah, 58.1% ABV, 50% sherry, and 50% bourbon maturation. And it came out in 2024, December 2024. So we'll get down to the nose. Yeah. Mango, burnt sugar, there's lots of barley, there's some soft peat on the nose, there's almonds, it's a little lemony, a little citrus, there's some cream, there's also like 3-in-1 kind of multi-purpose oil, yeah, which is quite typical of Springbank, maybe like WD-40 or used engine oil. People get the kind of sense. This just reminds me of 3-in-1. There's wet pebbles, and there's definitely a distinct sulfuric nose scent. It's a fantastic nose. It's just what I expect in a Springbank for the nose. Yeah, I think the nose is great. The palate. You may see me looking around, trying to figure out if I've missed any paint spots. The palate, yeah, what mouthfeel, it's oily, it's thick, there's a lot of peat, a lot more than the nose had to offer. There's definitely a kind of agricultural dirtiness to it in the palate as well. It is quite strong, like I said, 58.1, but it's manageable. I don't necessarily think it needs the water, but yeah. There's some barley sugar there, a bit of soot as well. It's definitely, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of a Bruichladdich that I've got, not as peaty, but it reminds me of a Bruichladdich that I've had before. And I said like the Springbank 10, it also reminds me of just the Springbank 10, but maybe on like steroids, or one of the Springbank 10s on steroids, because I know obviously there's batch variation. There's a huge dose of maltiness there as well, very malty, very like barley driven. Once the kind of alcohol, the strength fades, the peat disappears, you are left with a kind of nice, maybe not necessarily a sweet chocolate element, maybe more bitter, but you're left with quite a nice chocolate taste in the palate. The finish is long, it's like I said, it's malty, it's peaty, there's saline there. It is quite like a meaty, it's a meaty, oily dram, definitely a mouthful. There's smoke as well, and it's got you wanting, it makes you want to take another sip. It's a typical Springbank, and I don't think it disappoints. So we'll get down to how I review my whiskies, and if you're new here, I rate my whiskies on 3 factors. Would I buy it again? do I think it's worth it, and would I recommend it? So obviously I didn't buy this, I didn't chase it. Am I disappointed that I've not got a bottle? I don't think I am. I've got a few local barleys and I've had a few local barleys, drunk a few. I don't think it's it's a bold, strong, kind of steroided 10-year-old Springbank, I'd say, which is fantastic and it's fine, but it's £100. And I've probably paid £100 for lesser Springbanks, if you will, or younger Springbanks, possibly. But I don't know, I'm kind of glad that I didn't go and chase this bottle, because although it's great, although it's Springbank, I don't think there was much to chase. It's not eye-watering that I've missed out. So would I buy it again? No, and I haven't bought it, but I don't think I would buy it anyway. Even after this, it's still a fantastic dram. Don't get me wrong, it's still a fantastic example of Springbank. But yeah, I'm not bothered that I've missed out, so I wouldn't buy it again. Would I recommend it? Yes, definitely. If you like Springbank, if you like that kind of dirty feel, then you'll love this. And do I think it's worth it? I suppose we kind of touched on that, me saying like 8-year-old. I don't know. It's a limited release. It's local barley. So you could say that it's worth it in that sense, but I didn't see at the time the worth in it when I could have bought it or could have tried to chase it. So I'm going to have to say that I don't think it's worth it, although it's a fantastic dram and although what I've had I've actually really enjoyed, and I appreciate Aberdeen Whisky Shop sending me the sample, but I think there's other Springbanks out there that could, even at the 12-year-old cask strength, I think there's other Springbanks out there that could probably deliver the same quality and similar experience for a much considerable drop in price. So it's a whiskey bin on this occasion for a Springbank. I don't know if I've had many whiskey bins for Springbanks, but yeah, it's not a terrible whiskey and it's not a terrible Springbank. It's just possibly overpriced, and is it a sign that they're kind of running out of aged whiskey for local barley? I'm not sure, but anyway, that's been the review. Thanks for watching. I've been Stuart, this has been Whisky Wins. I'll see you later.